Hello, hello, hello! It is us! It is the Ghostlight Theatre!
It's us.
It's us!
I have gotten.
Hey, brother.
Oh, yeah, you do!
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother! Hey, what's
You know
shaking?
your sister's actually your cousin.
Off to a strong start.
We really are.
Always.
We really are. We're off to a great start. Hello and welcome to the Ghostlight Theatre over here on the Untold Realms YouTube channel. Indeed, action. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a while.
It's been.
I understood exactly the song you were thinking. Oh my god.
Only 2 words and Makeshift's brain has just like done the big brain cosmic connection thing, and he knows everything.
It's the way it revs up, like, it's man.
It's man.
It's been.
I don't know what song y'all are talking about.
The way your brain immediately Shazam that song.
Yeah. It's a classic. I actually forget the title of it. But
It is.
But that's not
but
why
yeah,
we're here.
I don't wanna
We're
sing-
not here to sing.
We're not.
I don't
This
wanna
is
sing
not
more of
a
it because-
karaoke stream.
yeah.
Which we should 100% do at some point.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't
In
know.
character.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh god. Please don't make me sing any music in Malin's accent. I'm already offending every Russian that just looks at this channel.
I'm going to make Little John sing Anaconda.
I am begging you to make Little John sing Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Oh,
I
yes.
fucking bet. I thought you were going to tell me another song as a joke, but look, Devil Came Down to Georgia. Fuck yeah, I listen to that shit. It's fun.
Okay. Streaky, you're a southerner, correct? Yes, I'm going on a tangent. I don't
Yes.
care. We usually do this.
I'm listening. Yes.
Okay. So you're a southerner. Do you have
Yes.
at least the first verse memorized of Devil Went Down to Georgia?
The devil went down to Georgia.
He was looking for a soda steal. Let's go! Hell yeah. It's like,
I only
it's law.
recently started
It is
listening to it
law.
like the beginning of the year, so
Every fucking southerner has to have the first verse of Devil Went Down to Georgia. If not memorized, at least somewhere in the back of their head that they can recall and just be like, Devil Went Down to Georgia. You know, people say that Americans don't have culture. Yes, we do. It's Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yes, it's Georgia.
That's it. It
That's
is the
the
David
only
Matthews
song.
Band. That's it.
Here's the thing.
That
I
and
would say,
Jolene.
even if I would say, even though if I do not know the song, my little cheat is that I am so southern that I'm the north of another country.
I was gonna say, if you had said, Briar, if you had said Cotton Eye Joe, I would have been, nope, that's Swedish.
Nope, Cotton Eye Joe. That's Swedish.
That's my
Swedish.
culture.
That's my culture, bitch. Hands off.
We made it better.
So
We slapped some hicks in there and it made it better.
Put some cowboy hats on it. Anyway, Makeshift, would you be so kind as to recap what happened for us last session, or do you want me to do it? Because
Sure,
it
you
was
can do
2
it.
weeks ago for you.
Yeah. And I was on vacation in the middle of there.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Mhm.
say me or you? I didn't hear.
You.
Me. Okay, cool. All right. So, y'all are about to get the weirdest fucking recap of your life. Anywho, so last session, Pepper and Mullen found out, hey, the sorcerer guy's in the city because we can feel him. And then they ran into Laverton, who was holding a cat. And we were like, why the fuck does he have a cat? Or does she have a cat? That's weird. Sure, instinct goddess. Why not? We went back to the coffee shop. Surprise, the cat, not a cat. It was actually Alderic, the whole leader of Pleodoris, this whole city in a mountain. Oh my god. We talked to him. We find out, oh yeah, the relationship between him and Aldestrel is really strained. He talks to Henrik and is like, Ayo, grandson. The fuck, bro? What's going on? What's going on here? Talked to him for a bit. Don't really remember much of that conversation. Because after that, Charms left to go talk to some underground criminal people to find out some information. And then the fucking necromancer dude showed up, sat down and was like, yeah, I'm taking that bone whether you like it or not. And the whole team said, nah, bro, no you ain't. Surprise, he didn't like that very much, so he started fighting. We started throwing hands. Mullen tried to keep the bone away from him. Then he grabbed her horn, tried to rip it out because he's like, hey, yo, that bone, it's in your horn, when in reality, it was just the bone that she uses for her pact. The real bone was in her pocket, and he said, hey, me ripping out your horn doesn't end until I see the bone. And then she pulled the bone out of her pocket and threw it on the table, and he's like, oh, it's this one. Okay, cool, bye. Grabs it and yoinks and leaves. And then Malin said, oh fuck, I nearly just died. I'm going to lie down now.
Owie zowie, my horn.
Owie zowie. Ouchie wouchie. Oofy oomflings. Yeah, the team said nuh-uh. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then we got reverse nuh-uh'd, and he took the bone anyway.
He said yaha.
Yeah, he said yaha. Yaha takes the bone, almost kills Malin. Anywho.
And if you're wondering where Socks is,
we don't know either.
Last time I saw them, I could have sworn. Again, it was another situation where like they were the only other person in the call, but they had their camera on. I know this is gonna sound crazy,
okay,
but I swear I heard a banjo cover of the King of the Hill intro music, and like just like through the hallway door on their camera, I swear I saw a bear, and it looked like it was eating something, kind of in rhythm with like the tune, which was a little strange because I didn't know bears had a sense of rhythm, specifically to like music like the King of the Hill intro. But yeah, I just started like ding 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 ding, and just like I was like, what on earth is going on over there? And I don't know, they might be fighting a bear, they might be currently inside of like a hollow bear costume, like a FNAF situation. By the way, this intro story has been inspired by the actual fictional events of the private D&D campaign Fire and Me, where that happened. Yeah. We defeated some character, and then my character just strummed away on the banjo, hypothetically, to the King of the Hill tune, while Josh's character vored a dead body.
Remind me to never take a hit of my vape when you are telling Socks tangents. Holy crap, that hurt. Oh my god. Okay. That happened.
I gotta make a compilation of them.
Please do. This is really funny. Oh, I'm gonna have that used against me. Alright, well, with that said, and a terrible recap done, let's get into it.
Word.
Fuck, I tried to not cough. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
So, we left off with everybody catching their breath after catching those hands from spooky, scary skeleton man.
He wasn't
or you don't really know it. You haven't seen any skeletons yet. I just want to make that funny, haha joke. And as you're all catching your breath, you take a moment to like examine your surroundings, and you hear the door kind of like slam open and then like shut behind it, and you see that Pepper left to go do something. That's going to be my excuse for how I retcon them out of the scene. They got something important that they ran off to do just now. Probably chasing after the dude who fought you. I don't know. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Want to disrespect our leather maker?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just hurling insults.
I did, yeah. After the fight, I just want it to be known that Malin, very dazed and very shocked, said, I'm gonna go lie down now, went upstairs, and is now hiding in the room.
You do that. And Lil John, I guess that means you are now alone in the lobby with Henrik.
What happened to the coffee shop guy?
Oh yeah, you see the guy comes out from like behind the counter, and he starts like casting mending on like the various broken wooden surfaces.
Oof.
I go to him and say, hey, can you do that any on me? Kind of banged up here, like a little rib is poking out. Then like blood. Mind you, I only have 12 hit points left, so I'm very damaged.
Oh yeah, you were catching some hands.
Yeah, I'm
Catch these
very
hands, fool.
damaged. Is there any way you can do that on me?
He looks up at you and goes, I that looks pretty bad. I'm not too experienced with this, but I know a little bit of healing magic. Yeah, come here, yeah. He like reaches out and puts his hands kind of around the wound without touching it. And his hands glow a bit with like a greenish light. And it kind of pushes the bone back into your rib cage. Or back under the skin.
Just back inside in general.
Yep.
Is there any more you can do? Not very much.
I mean, is
I can
Henrik
make you
still
some
there? Because he
nice
could copy that.
Coffee. Yeah, he could. He turns and looks towards Henrik and goes, "Could you do the thing?" Yes, one moment. And he does the same thing where he puts his hands on your torso and it kind of creaks things under your skin into place a little bit more. And you have, I'm going to say you just restore a flat 20 HP between the two of them.
Hey. Okay, so.
And let me go.
Oh, surprisingly, that's full health.
Oh, nice.
It's just boop.
I forget what level you guys are at sometimes.
Level 3.
Oh, yeah? And he's gonna go back to he's gonna start like working on some coffee behind him. He goes, "I'll fix you up something really quickly." And he starts just making some coffee behind the counter. And as he's doing that, you hear the front door open, and in walks Charms.
Hey, Charms.
What is the what's the scene I walk into? Is it just like a bar fight broke out, an extremely violent one?
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of misplaced tables. And like the counter seems like it was slightly repaired, but there's some broken stuff here and there. The tables are all there's like 2 flipped tables and like chairs laying around.
I assume it was a robbery.
I wish it was a goddamn robbery.
What happened? Why is everything in the state that it is in? Where's
Well-
Pepper and Malin?
Pepper ran off. Mullen's upstairs, probably crying. Something. She got really banged up. It just wasn't good.
What little John is saying is we got attacked while you were gone.
By our stalker?
Indeed, unfortunately. And he's taken the bone with him.
The finger bone?
Yes.
Yeah.
That complicates things. Quite a
To
bit.
put it lightly, yes.
Well, good thing I went out and searched for what I did. I have a way for us to leave. Quietly and quickly. I assume we won't be staying here much longer if the bone is now gone.
Well, not too much longer, but problem is we're going to need that bone if we're going to get any solutions. It was the whole reason for us joining together in the first place.
Issue is we require more information. And if not information, then more power. He looks around the room, considering how things went this time.
Yeah, he was certainly not an easy fight. Although I am rather perplexed by one thing. He
didn't use any of his magic for so long. Only once he had gotten the bone did he do anything unusual.
He, Sharm sort of scratches at his cartilage beard. Perhaps that's why he's out hunting for the bones so much. He requires a new source every time. And if not a new source every time, then perhaps he is using up the magic somehow.
Possibly.
Like a battery.
There's just so much about the magic we don't understand.
How was the search in the library? Did you find anything?
Sadly, not much. A few old tomes that vaguely reference something similar to the magic he uses. But not many people have a good chance to study the god of death. After all, usually you only meet him when you die.
Perhaps that's just it. We need to talk to someone who has met death.
Hi.
Well,
Hi.
easier said than done.
Indeed. But another avenue for us to consider. If we can't learn information from the people alive, perhaps we can learn from information of the dead. Rather, perhaps we can learn information from the dead. How we'll go about that is another issue altogether, but I'll leave you to think about that for a quick second. I'm going to ensure Malin is safe. And if not safe, at least okay.
All right.
John, I'll be back to talk to you in a moment. There's something I wish to discuss.
All right. But I'll just stay here. Hopefully not get hit again.
Word. And we'll follow Charms as Group A and downstairs is Group B right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Charms, you go upstairs, I assume.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna go to the room Charms and Malin shared.
You do that. And Malin, are you in that same room as before?
Oh, yes. Hello, Discord, do your thing. Yes, I am indeed in that room. I would like to not hear myself so loud in my ears. Thank you. Yeah, she's currently sitting up against the bed, back to the door, trying to. Do I have prestidigitation? I do. Basically using prestidigitation to get the blood out of her hair.
He'll give a knock on the wall beside the door.
What?
Are you okay?
No.
May I enter?
Do what you wish.
Understood. And he steps inside. Well, you're alive. That's a step forward.
Barely.
Then he goes and sits down next to her.
She's not doing too hot, and it's mostly mental. No, actually, it's physical too. Never mind. I don't have any healing spells. She looks fucked up. She's got like fucking still has trails of blood like down the side of her face, and she's like, nearly saw death. Very cool. Not in the way that I usually do.
He goes looking through his items for a few seconds, pulls out a water skin and a rag from his disguise kit as he begins help cleaning up your face a little bit.
You should be mad.
About the bone?
Yes. What
Why?
else? Because I lost it. I lost the one thing we're all here for.
Did you lose it or was it taken from you? Those two are very different things.
I didn't have to give it to him.
No. One does not have to do anything. Except live, eat, die. But you did it anyway. And that's why you're alive now. I do not think it would be quite the productive measure to hold on to the finger bone for all of 15 more minutes until he finds it on your body, lifeless.
Still.
In this situation, I think it was good that you gave it. You're alive. You can recover. You can fight to see another day.
There is a problem, Charms. I am running
And
out
that
of
is-
time.
In which regards?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it again. I was hoping after last month that would be it. And now I've lost the one thing that could probably fix this, and I need to either get that bone back or kill someone else. I don't want to kill again.
He pulls you into a hug. Do
She-
not lose sight of what you have. Do not lose sight of why you're doing this.
She'll be a bit surprised at first, and then it's like, okay, yeah, no, actually, this is kind of nice, and she'll hug you back. I know. If it keeps her alive, it's worth it, but I don't know how many more voices I can add to the screams in my head.
Hmm. Yeah. I understand. It's a great sacrifice you're doing. Not many else would.
But
The love you have is insurmountable.
there is no other choice in my head. If it's for her, I'd do anything.
Then if you'll do anything, then you'll kill again. And he pulls back and sort of looks into your eyes. And you will live to see your girl. Fuck, if I get that caught up.
Nah, I caught it.
Okay. And you'll get through this.
Okay. I still have a couple more days, maybe. Maybe we can get the bone back before then, but if worse comes to worst, I'll slip away and do it myself. That way no one else has to see.
If worse comes to worse, let me help.
You want to help?
I do not enjoy the act of murder. I am not a lunatic out in a bloodlust, doing it for whatever reason it is. There's a purpose behind it, always.
I'm gonna, having returned to the cafe, give a knock on the door to sort of let them know before I come in.
We're upstairs, so
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
cool.
they're currently upstairs. There are people in the lobby though. It's Group B.
Cool. Is everyone back with us, or was it just me who was away, or is everyone? Are there people like scattered around still?
Little John and Henrik are down in the lobby where all the coffee shop is.
yeah.
Cool.
Mullen and Sharps are currently upstairs.
Yeah, and Sharps is about to head downstairs. He squeezes you tight, and then says, "I'll be back soon. There's a conversation I need to have with John."
Okay.
You need rest. And he's gonna leave his water skin there, and he gets up and heads back downstairs.
You do that. Meanwhile, Group B, who's downstairs, you see that Pepper gives a knock on the front of the cafe, and you see them return.
So 6 ahead in first.
You do that, seeing the mildly more repaired chaos that you left behind, and there's that really loud motorcycle outside my apartment. Where it seems like Thavier, the cafe owner, he's like repaired a little bit of the counter, but he's got a lot of fixing to do.
Mhm.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'd say sort of turning to the cafe owner. I tried sort of seeing if I could get a feel for what direction he was in with the bone, and it doesn't seem like he's nearby. It wasn't really triangulating him.
Well, I don't think that guy's much of my concern so much as it is all of yours. And he points over towards Henrik and Little John. Did you say you were triangulating him? Can you feel where he's going?
It seems like it.
Oh,
Like,
that.
it's not exactly like it's a full-fleshed power that I've been given by, a patron or what have you. I've got this inherent understanding of it. It's more of like the last couple of times he's been around, I've had a feel for where he is. And I figured I could try and, use that sense of direction for it to see if it shifted a great deal or not. But not really.
I wonder. It could be that he hasn't been. Do you recall how he wasn't using his powers when he was fighting us?
Somewhat. Forgive me for getting my head kicked in.
Well, yes. Sorry you had to experience that. But do you think him using his powers might in some way make him vulnerable, or at least detectable in some way to others?
Maybe. It's possible. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I think we all need to catch our breath for at least a little bit before we go out and looking for him.
Definitely a good idea.
Keep me updated on whether or not you can sense him more or less.
Well, sorry, it's I'm shat. I'm gonna go have a lie down.
You do that, and as you're walking up the stairs, you see Charms is just walking down the stairs as you arrive to them.
Actually, as I'm walking up the stairs as well, who was it who wasn't at the cafe when we had the fight happen?
Charms.
That was Charms.
Charms.
It was
Yeah.
Charms.
Yeah.
Where do you think you've been? Sorry, no, you don't deserve that. You want to know.
Well, where I have been just recently was at Malin's side, ensuring that she was not falling apart. As to where I was during the attack, it was to hopefully find a quick and quiet way out of the town, which I have succeeded in doing.
Oh, good. Good. Sorry for the hostility. It's very tiring. To go running around immediately after you've had a big fight with a guy who's trying to kill you. You know what I mean?
I understand completely. As I told Malin, you need rest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I agree.
Rest
Alright,
well.
Yeah, good night, I suppose. See ya when I wake up, I guess.
Makeshift.
He'll
Bye.
Yes, Brian?
Does this count as a short rest?
It's about to be a long rest.
Oh, thank
depending on
fuck.
if your
Okay,
character's-
cool. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Sharma's gonna walk downstairs and sit down next to Little John.
Is she doing all right?
She'll fight through it, whether she
Oh.
likes it or not.
Yeah, I hope so. She wasn't doing good back there.
No, I understood that from the amount of blood in her face and hair. John, I have a question for you. It's not
Yes.
related to the fight, it's related to you specifically.
Oh, well, okay. What's your question?
Are you aware of your abnormal magical status, I suppose?
I got magic?
More rather, the lack of it.
No, not really. I've seen magic before and never really thought about it. I just thought like, okay, some people do, some people don't. I'm one of those people that don't.
There are certain type of spells that allows one to see magic, to see the weave, as it's called. And people have a certain signature tied to them. Some, like Pepper, has more concentrated in her throat. Unlike some others, like me, who has it more concentrated in my hands, or, well, when I look at you with this spell activated, Makeshift, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like static along the veins, right?
Yes, it was a pattern similar to what you've seen in sorcerers or other charisma casters. Specifically, sorcerers is the one it most resembled, but the magic did not look like any school of magic you recognize.
Yeah. Sorcerers, those born naturally gifted at magic, has it almost flowing through their veins. When I look at you, something is flowing through your veins, but it's not any school of magic I recognize. Sorry, go ahead.
So what you're saying is I can do magic?
What I am saying is that you have almost the opposite of magic. It's almost as if magic is not allowed inside of you. At least not natural magic. Or rather, the natural weave.
Hmm.
If you would allow me, I would like to take a closer look and understand why.
Uh, yeah, sure. I mean, I trust you, and you're very knowledgeable in this stuff, and I don't know anything. So yeah, what you gotta do?
Okay. I would like to cast Identify on Little John.
You do that. You want to slap that spell? Yeah, slapping that spell on the description. Description. What am I saying, chat?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Target one object that you can touch throughout the casting of the spell.
Yes, that's the crux here. It says one object, but I'm hoping for something.
As long as in your heart of hearts you're objectifying this half orc in front of you, it'll work. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
Well, that's not an
objectifying me?
issue at all. Not for charms.
Are you objectifying me?
It's objectifying everyone.
It's worth
okay,
noting.
man. His body's
there's
an
a-
object.
There's a blurry line between creatures and objects, especially in spell descriptions, because the handbook does state that a creature that dies, its body is now an object. So,
I was gonna say, isn't the difference whether or not something's got a sapient soul inside of it?
kind of. It's one of those things that like everybody kind of knows. It's pretty easy to just be like, this works on living things. I don't care.
So I got
it's
some
not
time
really-
for this to work. Got it.
What
Okay,
I'm
I'll
getting
stab
from
myself.
this,
Oh
you've
my God.
got to put it in a critical condition. To be able to
Now,
transport it.
now, John, we're gonna have to kill you for a hot second.
Hey, John, we're just gonna hit you with this defibrillator real quick.
Oh,
While he's making
Jesus.
death saves, you can transport him.
John just does like the Family Guy death pose.
Oh my god.
just break.
Oh my God. You learn the properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. Ooh, that's an important sentence.
Yes.
If the item was created by a spell, you learn. Oh, I got a burp. Which spell created it? If you instead touch a creature throughout cast, oh, it literally says touch a creature throughout the casting of the spell, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. That really simplifies it. It literally says if you choose a creature.
Literally the
Hell
last
yeah.
sentence.
Perfect.
It's like Pathfinder. They put a lot of the important shit at the very end.
Yep. And so, this is why you read your spells, folks.
Mm-hmm.
This, you put your hand on Little John, and you can feel the magic within you kind of slowly creep across his body, kind of gathering bits of info as the weave looks feverishly for any details it can discern. And eventually, after the minute passes, you can tell one very important detail. Actually, you learn some. I'll say two details. The first is that you can't detect any school of magic that you recognize within Little John's body, like that static you keep detecting. You can't really determine what that is, but it didn't feel quite like the chaotic static that it looked like. It
Mhm.
felt kind of smooth and almost like welcoming and warm, which is kind of odd seeing how it looked so devoid when you saw it with another spell. But you do detect a very ordinary spell, comparatively speaking. You can detect that in Little John's mind, Alter Memory has been cast on him at least 2 times.
Hmm. As he gathers the knowledge, he looks to Little John. It's no wonder you don't remember anything. Your memory is not wholly yours.
What?
Someone has taken pieces of your memory and altered them. Twice, I can tell.
That doesn't make any sense. I remember most things.
That's the thing. You don't remember someone altering your memory. They removed that bit. It's like if you remove pieces of a branch from a tree.
Hmm.
The tree is still whole, it'll function, but now it's lost 2 branches, or someone has attached new branches. The tree will say it's normal, but I could tell that it's a different branch.
Hmm. So can we just reattach the branch? Can you undo it?
We can undo it if you wish.
Hmm.
Did you say but lesser restoration or greater restoration? Which one was it?
I don't recall mentioning the restoration spells. I said alter memory has been cast on him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry. That's my bad. I've had a similar situation and one of the restoration spell worked.
Oh, okay.
That's my bad. That's my bad. I'll say it like this. Something that has been done by magic can be undone by magic.
Okay.
Can I roll a Arcana check to see what I know about alter memory?
Yes, let me quickly pull up the actual spell description so I am ready for that.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Oh, it's modify memory.
Modify memory, right.
Mm.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
You do that.
As he takes a sip of his canteen.
Takes a swig
my
of
knowledge
whiskey.
juice.
Takes a swig of whiskey.
Oh, when he does it, it's called knowledge juice. But when I do it, I'm drunk and no longer allowed at the library.
Oh my god, 27 with a 2 on the guidance.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Of
Gee,
Nazareth,
oh my
that's
God.
a big number.
Memory unlocked.
So, you learn, first of all, you know exactly the description of modify memory.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a 5th level enchantment.
Jesus.
1 action, range 30 feet, duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You attempt to reshape another creature's memories. 1 creature that you can see must make a wisdom saving throw. If you're fighting a creature, it has advantage in saving throw. On a failed save, the target becomes charmed by you for the duration. The charmed target is incapacitated and unaware of its surroundings, though it can still hear you. If it takes any damage or is targeted by another spell, this spell ends and none of the target's memories are modified. While this charm lasts, you can affect the target's memories of an event that it experienced within the last 24 hours, and that lasted no more than 10 minutes. You can permanently eliminate all memory of the event, allow the target to recall the event with perfect clarity and exciting with perfect clarity and exacting detail. Thank you. Change its memory of the details of the event, or create a memory of some other event. You must speak to the target to describe how its memories are affected, and it must be able to understand your language for the modified memories to take root. Its mind fills in any gaps in the details of your description. If the spell ends before you have finished describing the modified memories, the creature's memory isn't altered. Otherwise, the modified memory takes hold when the spell ends. And a remove curse or greater restoration spell cast on the target restores the creature's true memory.
One's gonna be a bit easier than the other. Yeah. He looks to you after thinking for like 5 minutes. Now that I think about it, it's actually easier than I thought.
Really?
Indeed. We'd need a competent spellcaster, He turns to Henrik.
What? Oh,
You wouldn't happen to know remove curse, would you?
let me take a look at the level of remove curse.
It's level 3. It's any character at 5th level can have it. That
Ooh.
meets the requirements. So, cleric, paladin, warlock, wizard.
Remove curse, yeah, a level 3 spell. And he would have to be a 6th level wizard to do that. So he.
5th.
Oh, a 5th level.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look at his character sheet, but I think he does not know that spell off the top of his head.
Ah.
Or at the very least, he does not have it prepared.
That's
Damn
fair.
it. Damn it,
Yeah,
no lore breaking today.
Yeah, he fires right back and is like, I definitely don't know that spell. Just willy-nilly. Yeah, that's a bit difficult for me, but with the right preparation, I could get my hands on. Well, I'd need to just research it, to be honest. I'd need to transcribe it, and then I'd be able to use that spell.
Right. Wizard. Got it.
Yeah, kind of.
Closest approximation.
I'll see what I can do.
I understand. Well, if it is remove curse, we might be able to buy a spell scroll. Or rather, 2 spell scrolls.
Did you say 2 spell scrolls?
2 memories. Were altered. I'm going to presume that 1 might not be enough. And if it is, then we have a remove curse on hand. Perhaps that could help us with our dear friendly Starker. Who knows?
True. Real quick, I just heard some thumping in my apartment, and for just a moment I thought a door opened and closed, or just closed.
It
And I thought
sucks.
that's scary because I'm home alone.
It
But then I
sucks.
realized, oh wait, that's the cat jumping down from a windowsill.
Hello, makeshift.
Socks found you in the back rooms.
Hello, makeshift.
Phase into existence.
Can't mute me if I'm on your mic, buddy.
Good lord.
The bear of Elm.
I'm on my way.
Either way, this is a problem that could be solved relatively soon.
Oh.
Well, if it's a spell scroll we need, it's something we can buy.
You do know
Indeed.
I don't have any money.
That's not an issue.
Don't worry, Little John. We have plenty of that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, if it's something for me, I don't want you guys buying it for me, like, that sort of thing.
John, we're a team. A team is meant to help each other and cover each other's weaknesses. I'm not strong, neither am I tough. You are. So you cover that weakness. I am more versed in magic, and you aren't. So let me cover that weakness for you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
He nods.
Not to mention, it's not like we're just buying breakfast. I mean, you've been cursed by your memories getting modified. We probably shouldn't just ignore that.
Most certainly not. Considering how skilled of a caster you have to be to do it. I could only wish of doing it, honestly.
And if I had to guess, it's probably courtesy of, well, the one who just stole the bone from us.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I think it might run a bit deeper than that, but if it is, it'll help us even more. And if it isn't, it will help you. And he looks at John.
True. I mean, even with 2 of my memories gone, I'm still me. Still John. Like that,
Indeed.
no memories gone will change that.
What's the chance of Little John actually being a highly intelligent like war criminal general.
I'll take that bet.
Putting it out here.
I'll take that bet.
I'm just putting it out there that like he's
It's
going to turn out to
low.
be
It's
the reason
low.
why
Flashback
everything's
is
gone
him
wrong.
raiding a
The
village.
chances are low, but never
not
zero.
Yeah.
He's gonna have more blood on his hands than Malin.
I don't know. That's a tall order, man.
Am I pretty much Shax from Destiny?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I've not played. Is that Destiny 2? I haven't played Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, it's the dude that like controls the multiplayer. It's the dude with the horn, the one that goes Guardian.
Yeah, I haven't played Destiny 2.
Oh
Fair
boy.
enough.
Anyway.
Okay,
So yeah,
yeah.
But these are all things that happen that will have to wait until tomorrow. No shop is open at this hour, I believe.
Yeah, they'll be very late. No one will be open.
indeed. Let's all just try and get some rest for the time being. Aldestrel shouldn't be able to track us with the enchantment that Alderic put on this building.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Henrik just he walks over towards the staircase.
Sharms thinks to himself, would he be tracking us, or would he be tracking the bone? Which holds more importance to him. And he's gonna clap to Little John and say, let's rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
Agreed. You make sure Malin's okay, okay? Stay with him for the night.
I plan to.
Don't do anything funny.
My good god.
I won't. Not with the state she's in.
Mm-hmm. Alright, good night. Don't let the bed bags. Or
Same to you.
and John proceeds to go upstairs. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
You do
Sharms will,
that.
Go into Malin's room again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we all yaying? I'm lost again.
Yeah, boy.
My longest yeah boy ever.
Well, to make you feel noticed.
So does everybody go EP by?
Epic
Yeah.
crush.
Yeah, EP hunk shoe.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. It's time for
Gotcha.
big sleep. Time for the big sleep forever.
No.
Oh
Not-
boy,
not-
now
not yet,
check
please.
out-
Cillian.
Just kidding. Pepper can't die.
you motherfucker. Yeah, no. Malin will have cleaned off the rest of the blood so it doesn't get on the sheets and go to sleep.
She's gonna be like, oh yeah, no, we're fucking betting.
What?
Hell yeah.
I don't want to clean this.
She knows how hard it is to get blood out of the bedding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not for the
yeah.
reasons you think. Yeah,
Wait a
no.
minute.
Long rest time. Hunk shoe, me. Thank fuck I'm no longer at 2 hit points.
Hooray.
Yay.
Hooray.
Hooray.
What level are we at?
You're still level 3.
Although you're gonna be leveling up soon.
I just
Oh,
thought I'd
hell
check.
yeah.
I remember you mentioning it at some point, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. And then I went on vacation.
Hooray!
He went to his meditation corner.
Yeah.
Sure, meditation.
Oh,
Anyway,
Cool game.
So Briar's character gets smited by a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Make sure.
Fucking do it, coward.
Stop being a goon. Stop gooning.
Stop gooning.
My God.
Anywho,
So,
anyway,
as you-
the next day, please.
As your characters sleep, notably, Malin,
Hi.
you have a dream about the god of death.
Oh god,
Where-
he's here again?
He it's pretty brief. It's not as vivid as your meditation that you had,
Okay.
but you have a dream of him, and it seems you're getting the feeling of urgency from him. Like you can feel your pact in need of getting quenched at this point.
You kind of had a timeline. You knew it's coming up, but like now you can feel it. You feel that tugging sensation.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs.
I am indeed feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Is he like oh, bro. Anyway, is he this urgency?
Welcome.
Is it like stop? Is he is he like is he begging? Is this just a feeling? Like what's going on? I'm curious. How's he doing this?
This is the equivalent of when like you look at somebody, they look at you, and they like tap on their wrist as if they're wearing a watch.
Oh, it's that kind of urgency. Oh, it's like that. Okay.
He's not like skittering towards you, but he is like you see the arms come through the fog, and they're kind of like it's you get the vibe of like, "Ayo, chief, I ain't gonna be your dad and collect your or your teacher and collect your homework or advise you, but hurry it up. Clock's ticking."
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's not a fun dream to have. I assume I'm gonna wake up like immediately after that. Probably a little panicked. You cool if I do that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fucking side chat.
Can I be frank for a moment?
You all suck. Anyway,
you swallow because you're a considerate lover, I guess. I don't know what that represents.
You're not wrong. However,
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I apologize.
When I wake up, I have no sense of time in this room, right? Because the windows just look out into the void, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's the pocket. It's the little rope trick thing. Is Charms sleeping in the same bed?
Yes, he is.
Wonderful. I'm gonna try and get out of bed without waking him.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I do? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Same shit. Doesn't matter either way. Oops. Womp womp.
There's just enough creaking that
hooves do not make for conductive stealth.
All you hear is like the climp clomp of the hooves touching each other.
Clop.
Everyone immediately sits straight up in their bed and looks directly at the direction that you're
Everyone within the block.
Shut
Charms,
up.
give me a Constitution saving throw, Charms, to see if you wake up. If it's higher, you succeed and stay asleep.
Well, I have a +5 to it. That's a 6.
That is a nat 1.
This is not Alexander.
Their hoof touches the ground, and your eyes shoot open.
Well, he's an old man, so it makes sense. Yeah, he looks at you. He looks at your back for a few seconds, and then sort of half whispers, "Nightmares."
Sorry. Worse.
No.
Fucking Moros again.
He's calling.
Yes. And I can feel it, which is a very bad sign when I can start to feel the, I don't know how to describe it other than, like a tugging.
A feeling.
Yeah. And she kind of like shifts a little bit and points to her. The thing, middle of the ribs, sternum. Points to her sternum. Yeah. Tugging right here.
I see. Can't be a pleasant experience. He begins to slowly sit up.
Part of me wonders if I should just go out and get it over with, but in this city, with the fact that we've met the leader, I don't think he'd take very kindly to me just offing one of his people.
Well,
again.
when I was out looking for information, one of the things I needed to find was a way out of the city. Quiet, quickly. And I managed to find it.
You did.
So, yes. Worst comes to worst, we'll take it and leave. That is, if we get caught. And I haven't been caught yet, and I don't plan to be caught now. So he begins putting on some clothes. Let's do this,
Right now.
if you wish. We can wait.
One more. For her.
Precisely.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Holy fuck.
It is worth noting, Malin, as you leave the rope trick room?
She'll, I guess, put on her skirt, because sleeping in skirts is awful. Anybody who sleeps in
It
skirts, yeah, hell yeah. Fist bump, let's
Fuck
go.
that shit.
Yeah, boom. She'll put her skirt on, grab her shit, and yeah, sure, we'll get ready. Why not?
As you exit the rope trick room and the doors open, you can feel this tugging sensation on your antler. Like where the
Ow.
bone is, you can already feel this sense of needing to be quenched, but the antler is also still kind of sore. But now that you're out of the rope trick room and you're walking a bit, it feels like you're being like pointed in the direction of something.
That's weird. She kind of like reaches up and touches at the horn. I'm assuming it's the same horn that the death dude grabbed onto and tried to rip out of my skull.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the question of, is it just sore for normal, this got pulled out of my head reason? Or
Right.
is it sore for like bullshit reasons?
What were you doing last night?
Don't worry about it.
And as you adjust your head around, you can feel it keeps pointing. It's almost like a compass, the way it like points in a specific direction.
That's
And once you get a vibe for the direction, you start to get this internal feeling like you're hearing bubbling, almost like it's this feeling like wounds are closing rather quickly and they're sizzling as they heal.
sorry, I had to type something out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she kind of touches it a bit, like, that is new and strange.
What is?
I'm not sure exactly, but it feels like the bone from Moro's mine is pointing me somewhere. And I don't like the implications of that. Ow. It also could
Last
just be sore,
time.
but ow.
Last time he grabbed a hold of your horn, you cut him, didn't you?
Yes.
Then... And he knows how to track you, since we had the bone. What if now you're able to track him, since he has the bone?
Like, feel where he is.
Precisely.
Not beyond the realm of possibility.
Do you know if it's close by?
I'm not sure. It's only giving me a direction. It's like It's like she kind of like puts her hands to make a circle and like moves it the same way somebody would move a compass.
Oh.
I don't know the word in
Hmm.
pointy thing, points directions.
Compass.
Compass. Every time I turn my head, it moves. So she like points in the direction the feeling is. If it's him, it's probably that way. Which spells good news for us, finding him and getting the bone back.
It does. But we're only two. We need to go back and wake everyone else up and get them ready if we were going to ambush them. If that's what we decide to do.
She kind of like... She stops and she thinks for a moment. She's trying to decide whether or not to go get the team and go after this guy, or be selfish and go do the thing she needs to do to keep her packed. Person that wants justice in me wants to get everybody and go after him. The selfish part of my brain wants to go, you know.
Find someone else, I understand.
Would at least ensure that I kept my pact. If not just for Thalia, then for the pure sake of being able to actually help this group. Without my pact, I am quite useless.
For now, let's find someone else. We'll circle back, inform the rest of the party, and we'll decide from there.
If I continue feeling it, maybe it will be better to get to him later in the day.
Precisely.
Okay. Let's get this part over with. And she kind of like cricks her neck a bit.
Let's see who we can't find.
Mm-hmm. And before you go trying to loopholing, that's not the word. It has to be something that's sentient. I've tried killing squirrels and horses before, and it hasn't worked, so has to be a person.
No issue.
Horses are immortal.
It's all one horse, and they're all named Roy.
Same time-traveling horse.
Yes, it's all the same time-traveling horse.
Every time he goes around, he does his hair a bit different. Like, everyone thinks there's all these different like breeds and types of horses, but it's actually just he's like, today I'm gonna be a slightly different size and also at a different point in the time stream.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna be brown horse.
Brown horse on a balcony. Anywho,
yes.
back to the reason we're here.
Let's go find someone to murder.
You have to say it so cavalier.
Sorry, that was out of character.
Okay, thank fuck.
Sorry, let me... let's go find our next victim.
You have to say it so cavalier.
Would you rather be morose about it?
No, I think that would just be weird for you. Okay. So, Makeshift, how early is it in the day? And yes, I want to go through this. I want to roleplay this out. Let me be an evil murder hobo for once.
The sun has yet to rise.
Oh,
the
hell
air
yeah.
is still like damp with that morning dew air.
Ooh, okay.
Darkest before the dawn, you know.
Sorry, now all I can think of is nerdy prudes must die. Anyway. All right, early morning. Who's out in the... So, early risers, people going to work, probably. What do we see when we step outside?
This is basically like 4 a.m. right now.
Oh hell yeah! Perfect time for a murder.
You step outside and there is barely any activity. It is quiet. You notice that even in this like dim lighting, the ground seems to look a little different. That's probably from condensation and the stone absorbing a bit of water.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it's like extra dark looking on the ground.
So, I've seen the aftermath of what you've done. How do you choose?
I used to try and find people that society wouldn't miss. When that started to run out, I started just, forgive my frankness, using my feminine wiles.
He smiles at that. Clever.
At least these things are useful for something. She like gestures at her chest.
Well, I just happen to run amok. Now, fucking words.
English.
Well, I just happen to run around a lot of criminal areas. I'm sure I can point us in the right direction, but we'll have to ensure it's none of the people I conversed with about what I was looking for would send the wrong message if they figured it out.
I understand. Then I
Uh,
guess you'll have to show me where that is.
Gladly. He'll hold out his arm for her to grab onto.
And she'll take it.
He'll lead them to the areas he was looking around yesterday.
The shady underbellies.
Word. You make your way away from like the main roads of the city, but you're in kind of like after about 20 minutes of walking, you find yourself in this sort of I guess like suburb-esque area where the ground is still stone, but the buildings aren't stone now. They're made out of lumber. And along the way, you see the occasional guard walking with dancing lights cast around them, but they're pretty sparse. Most of the security in this region seems to be a guard patrols the main areas, but generally there's a curfew where people just should be on lockdown for safety. Uh, but you do see occasional guards here and there, but they're easy enough to avoid, especially with, I'm pretty sure Charms has dark vision.
If he doesn't, I think I do.
No, I don't.
Aren't you like a lizard, a dragonborn?
A lizard?
I am dragonborn. I
How
don't
offensive.
have dark vision though. But do you know who does have dark vision?
Is it your chameleon?
It's my bird.
Oh, your bird! Oh, Archimedes!
Yeah, Archimedes.
Who else has dark vision?
My
I
bird!
was also thinking that.
Rick Shades do not have dark vision.
Oh, okay. But Archimedes
But
does.
But Archimedes does.
Nice. So you swiftly navigate your way through the streets, and you find yourselves in like a not so good part of the city. On the face, it looks like, well built architecture. Like it doesn't look run down, but architecture here is pretty sturdy and long lasting. It doesn't take much inspection to see that there's trash in alleyways. Uh, this is just a region that doesn't get as much maintenance to keep it looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that nearby is where there's like some tunnels that lead down into like the underside of the stone that lead to like the Thieves Guild. But down there, those people are on high alert. But in this region, you're bound to find at least a few stragglers who need to sleep outside.
Yeah, Sharms is gonna have Archimedes scout ahead and see if it can find anything. While we trail along at a very, very relaxed corner or two.
You do that, and Archimedes goes and flies about for a bit and seems to be flying along the length of the various edges of the buildings that you see
Mm-hmm.
until it returns, and it seems to have found it found like a target. It seems like it spotted something laying around behind like a stable.
Okay. Charms is man, I wish I was 5th level. Um yeah. He's going to pass her a bottle. Like, it's not big. Like, it's like maybe the length of your middle finger.
Oh.
And a bit thicker, like 2 fingers put together. That's the radius.
Oh, so it's a vial?
Diameter. Yeah, a vial.
Okay.
And he takes it out. He just pours it on his hand and places it on you, and you feel slightly better at things.
Oh.
It's like it has guidance on you.
Oh, hell yeah. What was that?
Nice.
That is distilled weave, essentially.
You can do that.
It's unpleasant, to say the least.
Huh.
But it aids me in everything I do.
I see.
A trick I keep secret to others.
Good thing I'm good at keeping secrets.
Indeed, you are. There is someone in the stables area.
Just one?
Oh, there's one. I'm going to circle around to make sure that you are alone. If I notice anyone coming, I'll send Archimedes to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Charm is going to set up a perimeter and have, with the help of Archimedes, guard it to make sure that no one comes within line of sight without him knowing it.
Makeshift.
I'm going to leave her to her things.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you're still there.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to approach this person. Are they, I missed the part. Are they awake or asleep?
So as you go around the back of this stable, things seem pretty well hidden. You can see how Archimedes would have been able to spot this person. There's like a barrel or two, like kind of surrounding them, and they're just kind of like lumped up against the corner of the building. And they've got like some sort of cloth covering them, but this is not a place where you'd expect to find somebody who's in good shape. So
Mhm.
you're in the right spot. You can feel it.
Okay.
And you can see what seems to be, even in the darkness, slightly different coloration near one end of this like figure on the ground, and you assume that's probably the hair on the head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you see them like up against a wall, and they've just got some like blankets bundled against them. It seems it's not like cold in this region, but like, you know, chilly night outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
All right. As soon as I'm able to see him, once I've gathered where this person is, I'm going to immediately cast invisibility.
you do that.
Yep. And then I'm going to do pretty much the same thing that I did with the sorcerer person, the necromancer sorcerer, whatever he's called. I'm going to enter into my form of dread, which is right here. So yeah, I've done this for a while, so I'm able to, bite back any pain that may happen. 1d10 plus my warlock level. I don't need to roll the temporary hit points because she's gonna dispel the form of dread in a second. but I'll do it anyway because it's the game. Do. D10.
The game.
The game. Of course, I roll max at this fucking roll. Plus,
Cool.
It's 1d10 plus my warlock level. So yeah, 14 extra hit points that are gonna hopefully not be useful. I'm hoping. Glares at makeshift.
Something's about to happen.
Oh dear God. Jesus Christ. I'm going to, at that point, sneak up on the person laid up against the barrels. And I'm going... I'm gonna murder this guy. I'm gonna go straight for the throat.
Give me a quick perception check. DC is 7.
Oh boy. Oh no. 16.
You notice something a little odd this time, whereas you've mainly kept your killings to like the dregs, people nobody would like, trying your best to make it as moral as possible, or like somebody who's really sick, that sort of thing.
Oh no.
And this person seems to be falling into the category of really sick. Like it's that smell in the air, when somebody's like really sick, and like their general situation here.
General situation.
Like it seems like this person. Oh my god, this person's getting ill right now, and they're not long anyway.
Okay.
But as you're approaching them in your form as stealthily as you can, you hear a little buzz go by your head. It's familiar. Like it's not something you've never heard before, and then you feel like land on your hand, which is holding your weapon. I assume you have one of your weapons out, right?
Oh no, I'm going straight for with my antlers.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can
like she's okay, in invisibility, slowly approaching. My plan is to gore him the same way a moose and or a wild reindeer would.
Okay. Then you feel like a tiny little tickle on your antlers. Just a little. I guess you can't really look up at your antlers.
No, I can't.
Yeah, this would happen somewhere where you can see it. You feel land on your hand. Something really small.
I'm invisible. That shouldn't happen. She'll stop before approaching any further and look down at her hand.
All you see is just a tiny little insect. It looks red.
What kind of insect makeshift?
Give me a nature check.
Oh,
it's
boy
DC
howdy,
2.
if this is the kind of insect I think it is. That's a 6.
You see a ladybug land on your hand.
Oh no!
Oh
No!
What am I missing?
And that's
okay.
It's a little odd that it knew to land on your hand when you're invisible. But
Yeah, that is. For those who don't know, ladybugs are a symbol of the fate god.
Oh.
They had a slight role to play in the previous campaigns. You might say.
Okay, Malin wouldn't know that, but it is very odd. Instead of going straight for the kill, I'd like to try and remove, like, you said there was like a blanket or something, or cloth on top of him, right?
Yeah, there's some sort of cloth laying on top of the figure.
Okay, I'd like to try and remove that.
With your hand?
With my hand, the one that doesn't have a ladybug on it, I'm going to use the other one and keep the one that has a ladybug on it still as possible. Because that you shouldn't know where to land there, buddy. I am invisible. Why are you on me?
You drag the cloth away from their torso, and as you do, like the smell of what seems to be somebody who's like already not long for this world is like still. It gets worse. It's like bad breath smell almost.
Ew.
And
Brother,
their skin's looking a little sickly, but you can tell this person's seen like they're getting close to death anyway, but the hair is kind of long and they seem a little bit feminine. Otherwise, you can't really discern too much about their appearance. They're just kind of sick, like a sickly looking woman.
Are they sleeping?
They do have their eyes closed.
This feels weird.
As the blanket comes off of them, let me give a quick con save for them, just to see if like the blanket.
Okay.
They stay asleep.
Okay. I am confused as shit now. If I
Okay.
shake my hand, does the ladybug stay on it?
Do you shake your hand?
Yeah, I'm gonna like just one quick shake to try and get the ladybug to leave.
It flies off and it trails down and it lands on the person.
What is this?
It's just a ladybug.
Yes, but a ladybug that
Listen.
knew to land on me.
Yeah, no, what's the big deal? It's just a ladybug.
I don't like this. I need to kill. Okay, you know what? Malin doesn't know. It's weird, but to her, it's like, you know what? Sometimes bugs are just bugs. They don't have brains. So, I am going to... Okay.
A second ladybug.
No.
A second ladybug has
hang on.
landed
A second ladybug has hit the Malin. Let me see my invisibility real quick. A creature you touch becomes invisible. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Okay, cool. So I can also use my pact of the blade, because that doesn't fuck up my concentration on invisibility. So magical sickle in my hand. Some spooky death magic makes sickle in my hand, and I'm going to slowly reach forward and attempt to slit the throat of this person.
You do that? Give me an attack roll just for funsies.
Do I get advantage?
Yes, they are a sleeping prone target. You get advantage.
Hell yeah,
And she's
buddy.
invisible.
And I'm invisible.
I might even say this is just an automatic crit. Actually, this hardly even.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did that for Zendel. I should get the automatic crit too.
Yeah.
Okay.
when they rat farted up somebody's nose.
Exactly. Rat attack.
Chuck's confused.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, we have a short on it. You should go watch. Anywho,
I will.
So that is where's my sickle damage? There it is. What is it? Let me see the damage on the pact thing. Weapons counts as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance. Immunity. Disappears. I'm just checking to see if there's any damage upgrade things. No, there's not. Okay. Okay, so 6 damage. Doesn't really do all that much.
Easy peasy. You first of all, your invisibility drops because you make an attack on something.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
And you, in one buttery smooth motion, and the next thing you hear is as their eyes shoot open and they look up to see you in that terrifying form, and slowly they go limp. And then you start to feel a familiar sensation.
Oh boy.
Although it seems, because in the previous times you've made your killings, you just hear Moros be like, "Good job, Chief." This time, for a moment, time seems to freeze for you.
Oh no.
And you see once again the world melt away, and you're brought back to the presentation area of Lord Moros, or the god of death Moros. I gotta stop saying Lord Moros. That's too close to like the original Greek god. And you see the soul of the decrepit woman. Just kind of, it still seems like they're sleeping. They don't seem particularly aware of what's going on. But Moros's hand reaches out through the fog, revealing a bit of his figure. And he gently cusps their soul and brings it towards the fog. And the soul almost seems like it's like resting easy now. They don't seem particularly panicked.
Can I move?
You hear from... yeah, you can move.
Okay, I'm gonna turn and watch it as he grabs the soul. Just like watch him, and then what the fuck? You don't usually do this, buddy. What's going on?
This was all in front of you, so you didn't.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought he was behind me.
Yeah.
Bobby.
And you hear Moro speak out to you and go, how's his voice? It's really raspy. 1 second.
Raspy and creepy.
Fine work, Marlin. Your pact has been upheld once more.
You don't usually do this. Why am I here?
Well, I suppose it is because my brother has been relatively perturbed this time. And the hand reaches back through the fog just to point one finger behind you.
But your brother... And she'll turn and look behind her. What?
You do that, and when you turn and look behind you,
Oh, no.
you see what looks to be a 8-foot tall,
No.
6-winged angel.
No.
With a body like porcelain and sort of rose gold cracks all through its body.
What?
Standing just calmly behind you.
What?
And their face is no features, but there's a few more cracks on the face.
What the Oh, not another one.
You need not be afraid, Marlin.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep being afraid of... Holy fuck, what the fuck are you?
I am all that ever has been, and all that shall be. All possibilities stem from me. I felt it particularly important to speak to you in this moment.
What? Why?
The figure looks up and seems to be looking up towards Moros and says, call it something like compassion. Even I am not completely certain. However, that soul just now was going to die in only a few more hours, once the sunlight had hit them.
Oh. So I sped it up, that's... If they were going to die, what's the problem?
Well, in such a brief window of time, you've altered quite a bit. Because someone has seen you.
What? That's... If you're talking about charms, that's fine. I don't mind if he watches.
Not them.
What?
However, it is not my place to go speaking too much about this subject, lest I alter it further.
What? Okay. Would she know enough to make the connection of who this is? Because I know who it is. Would you like me to roll something to see if I can figure out who the fuck I'm talking to?
Sure, give me a religion check.
Oh, religion, fuck. I don't see what that is. Why did I roll advantage? Yeah, take that first
'Cause
one,
you probably
14.
said to that.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, the left one?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious this is the god of fate.
Okay!
It's pretty obvious.
As she's staring at him, at first she's panicked just because he said, oh, somebody saw you. And now she's panicked because, oh god, I know who this is. Fate. If you're the god of you're the god of fate. Oh shit. Somebody saw me.
And from behind you, you hear... to hear compassion spoken by you, brother. Ah, and I thought I would never see this moment. And fate just seems to not even acknowledge Moros as he says that.
But you said...
Then,
Wait. You said compassion. Why compassion? Wait. How fucked am I?
I've not been known for my compassionate actions.
Fate is rarely...
However, that was altered not long ago.
Fate is rarely compassionate. Fate is a cruel, manipulative mistress. No offense. But How fucked am I?
That is not for me to inform you.
Oh god.
And you see a portal open up above Fate, and he just hovers up into it.
Is he leaving?
Yeah, he's kind of slow. It's like escalator speed.
He's fucking on the escalator to heaven. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It's not a stairway anymore.
When he's halfway up, so he's just sort of standing there awkwardly for he realizes what's going on.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. She'll watch him for a second. And then she'll turn back around to face Moros. I'm going to assume you have no idea how fucked I am, and I have to figure it out for myself.
He does not respond at all. Actually, no, he goes, well, I am not the god of fate, now am I? And as he's saying that, he fades back into nothingness as you return back to your senses in exactly the same pose as before. And you can see the blood still leaking out of that woman who you just slit the throat of. And you're now standing in a dark alleyway in your form of dread with a bloodied sickle in your hand over the body of this woman who's behind some barrels.
I'm going to immediately dismiss the form of dread and the pact weapon, and return to my normal cute little satyr self who could never do something like this. Not at all.
Give me a quick perception check.
Oh fuck.
Charms, where were you standing during this?
He was pulling a perimeter. So with the help of his bird, he would every now and again like pass by to make sure that no one was watching from a point he didn't see from his little lookout spot. But it's basically just around the corner, basically. So he would look back every now and again, just to ensure that no one came and saw what was happening, because that would be bad.
Perception 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything seems fine.
But what do you mean everything seems fine? What do you mean with an 18 everything seems fine?
Actually, give me advantage because fate told you someone saw you.
Okay.
Wait, have you used guidance yet?
Oh, I haven't used guidance yet.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
correct.
that's right.
Okay, so since that's the same, it's an 18 and an 18, so you just take the
If you get at least a 2, you succeed.
What?
Please.
On the
I got a 3! I got a 3! Okay, what's going on, Makeshift?
You hear from, it feels like just like a house away. So probably like, I want to say like 10 meters, 30 feet for the Americans, you give or take. It sounds like you heard a little bit of noise come from around the corner of a building.
I would like to go see it. I would like to go after that noise. I want to know what the fuck just saw me.
Give me a stealth check.
Is it still an advantage? God damn it. Ignore the nat 20,
Yeah.
take the 17.
I take the left one whenever we accidentally fat finger the advantage.
Yeah.
17?
Do I still have guidance on
walk
that, or
up-
is guidance only once? Like, angels.
You walk up
Yeah.
pretty darn quietly to that corner,
Mhm.
and you're pretty darn quiet as you walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to look around that corner?
I do. I want to know what I heard. I would like to look around the corner, please.
You do that, and give me a.
Take a sip.
It's like a DC. It's like a DC. I'll say like 3 perception. It's dark out, but it is not hard to spot.
9.
Yep. You see, with their back against the wall there, a small figure huddled incredibly still.
Oh no, is this a kid? Did a kid see me?
Maybe.
Shit. What do I do? Okay, do I get charms, or do I?
When would I see this? Because as I said, I'm doing a perimeter.
You, if you're having Archimedes patrol,
you've noticed at this point that Mullen has walked to the other end of the building instead of back to you.
Then he's gonna start following. Send Archimedes ahead.
Yeah, and I'll say within like 6 seconds or one turn, you arrive and see the same thing that Mullen has seen.
How close is this figure?
They're almost like an arm's reach. They're right at the corner.
Can I
You
reach
could,
out
like,
and grab
touch
them?
on the head. You could, yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna do it in a way that's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna hurt this person because they look small, so my brain, my little satyr mama brain immediately goes, this is a child, but I need to make sure that they're not gonna run off. She's going to slowly and gently reach out and put her hand on the shoulder, and it's firm enough to basically be like, I'm not gonna let you go. But it's also, she's just grabs onto the shoulder.
It's like the stern teacher grip.
Yes,
like,
the stern
hand
teacher
on the
grip.
shoulder. It's like, you are in trouble, but I'm trying to be gentle with you, and I'm not like.
Yes, exactly.
I don't need to grab your hand out of a power socket.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hit you, but you can't go anywhere else right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't look up, but you do hear like a small yip come from them.
How much?
Like out of fear, it seems. They're like shaking.
How much did you see?
They're still just shaking. They're frozen.
Okay. I'm going to... How many seconds have passed?
Only... since you got to the corner and did that, I'll say it's been one turn.
Okay, then yeah, here comes Charms.
So, yeah. Oh, this complicates things.
It does. And
He's
Mullen...
going to
Yeah, you
kneel
go
down.
first. Mullen's done a lot. You go
Yeah.
first.
He's gonna kneel down and take out 2 gold coins, and he's gonna say, reaffirming her point, "What did you see tonight?"
When they hear a second voice, they really slowly look up towards the source of it. And when they see Mullen, they're a little more... Actually, let me give this a... They're a little more calmed down. They stop shaking as much. But as they're looking at you two, they say, I saw a monster.
Oh.
There was a lesson
Oh, God.
just around the corner.
She thinks it was... I don't know what this child's gender is, but they think it was a legend. Oh, ow.
It sounds like a he, I guess.
A he. Okay, a little boy.
Masculine.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
boy. Okay. She tries not to
Poor
let
man.
his words affect her, but ow. Monster legend. Oof.
Angels doesn't know what a lesson is. Does Charm know what a lesson is?
Give it a nature check.
Fuck is a lesson? Nature.
Schmindigo. Like the popular version of a Schmindigo, the one with the skull and the horns and big and the...
No idea.
Okay, hold on.
You
I've
don't
got
know.
it.
Shit.
I've got it. Hold on. I have an actual image. Give me one second.
I just used the term legend just because Briar prefers that.
Listen, I may not live in that country anymore, but holy fuck, am I not dealing with it?
Word?
I'm not letting Makeshift die just because he said it.
He
Side chat
okay.
for what
Yeah,
you want to see.
He takes the vial again and rubs it on his hand and just clenches his fist as he says, "Well, good thing we scared it away. You're safe now."
And this
Can
kid's...
Can
he's still
roll-
just... yeah?
do you want? Sorry, do you want me to roll anything or?
He's still just shaking? You can give me a performance check.
About a persuasion?
Persuade? Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Same shit, different name to me.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
I don't have an inspiration at all.
No.
Oh no.
I'll say he doesn't seem reassured by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Looks like tonight's going to be a 2-for-1 deal for a meal.
No! We're not killing the child! Mullen will not allow it.
And he whispers up to you, "Please, let's run."
Mullen will kind of like look
Hell.
at Charms and be like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I've never had this happen before.
He's going to take the 2 gold coins he had. He's going to place it in the child's hand. And he's going to say, "You run, and we'll watch your back. Make sure not to tell anyone. It could scare a lot of people." And he closes the child's fist over the coins.
You do that, and he nods his head and slowly stands up. His legs are just like trembling. And it seems like he's trying to walk as quietly as possible, staying like glued to the wall until he gets like closer towards a light, and then he like speeds up a little bit. There's like a torch around the corners, is what he's seeing.
Yeah. He sighs. Of all the times for that child to walk around the corner.
Charms, I think something is very wrong.
Why?
It's not just that. Usually, when that happens, when I kill someone, it's usually just a reassuring feeling that my pact is complete, that I am good for another month. Moros pulled me. He pulled me. I don't know where it is exactly. I keep calling it a place. He pulled me there. Charms, I met fate. The god of fate. He said that apparently the woman, and she turns and she looks back at where she'd killed the woman. That woman, she was going to die, not now, but in a few hours, and apparently by killing her, I have changed something. Not just something, I've changed a lot of things. Something is very wrong.
Perhaps this child seeing us is part of it.
Oh, it definitely is. He told me somebody saw me.
Sometimes I curse the code I follow, but there's a reason for it. He stands up. We've succeeded. Let's return for now. And let's ensure that we do not walk in the presence of the guards.
Okay. Makeshift, can I still feel the tugging in my horn?
Yes, this whole time you have felt it, and it feels like as you walked around through the city, it was getting a little further based on the direction you were walking, but once you stopped traveling, it was holding still.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like the thing that you're tracking isn't currently moving.
Okay.
And at that point, can I time skip you back to the cafe and send us all on a pee break?
Exactly, yeah.
Yes,
We will
please.
walk back to the cafe in silence. And now it's time for a piss break. Go piss, go!
Go piss.
I'm not gonna unmute you until you stop laughing. I lied.
So-
Anyway, hi everyone, welcome back. Most of the people here just learned about the French Parliament getting dissolved.
From a smiling friends meme.
I thought they practiced a democracy based on how many cars you could light on fire. And honestly, that's not a criticism. I'm on board with that. That sounds like a great time, but it can't be good for their carbon emissions.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like this
So,
idea.
remember how I just said the God of Fate was like, "Hey, you just altered fate big time."
You
This is what I did.
I didn't think it would be that fast.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm assuming we make our way back to the cafe.
Yeah, we're back there.
Okay, cool. Making sure we don't have any extra stops on the way. What time is it when we get back to the cafe? Like how long did that take us, Makeshift?
The sun still has not come up.
Okay. No way in hell Mullen's going back to sleep.
It's probably about 5 a.m. right now.
Okay. Mullen's not gonna go back to sleep,
And-
so she's gonna stay downstairs and she's gonna slip into that like one of those little bar stools in front of the cool little coffee bar. And I'm just gonna sit there and wait for Thavier to start making coffee because I'm not going back to sleep. I am full on panic mode, and you know what happens to deers when they're in panic mode? They freeze.
I'm gonna say, Lil Jon and Pepper, give me a. You've both been getting the same feeling as Mullen while you were asleep. Give me a con save to see if you wake up before they get back. DC is, I'll say 10. Let's make this a coin flip, essentially.
Okay.
Okay, I 14, well 15.
I'm sleeping.
Hey.
I'm
Alright.
going.
Lil Jon did not wake up before they got back, but Pepper, you did wake up before they got back. If you want to be down in the cafe area, then you
Down
can
in the
be.
cafe. I just wanted to flavor it so that everyone knew that like she did the creepy vampire thing when she woke up, where she like very slowly raised.
Oh
Not for
god.
any particular reason. It's got no like plot benefit behind it.
You just
It's
want to be creepy.
I just need everyone to know that that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to be greedy.
Okay. So you're downstairs when we come back?
Yep.
Okay. Mullen's gonna walk in, realize you're down there, and go, shit.
You do that, and you see that Thavier is making some coffee.
Hey, fuck it,
As
I'll
well.
slide it. I'll do the same. Slide under the bar stool and just. Yeah, I'm too panicked to care that Pepper, you're awake. So,
You look
Coffee
like you've
break.
seen death.
is that supposed to be funny?
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
A little
snap.
bit close
Just-
to home. No, it's okay. No, I don't blame you, but it sounds like I might have been more right than not.
Things didn't exactly go according to plan.
What plan?
We can discuss this at a later date.
Away from prying ears.
Right now, she needs something to eat and drink.
You should definitely have something to eat. Like, whatever it is, it's going to be easier for you to deal with not on an empty stomach.
In other topics of conversation, how is your rib, Pepper? To be completely and totally transparent with you, I am feeling something in the horn that I have from Moros. Bone, I guess. Either way, I'm feeling something and it feels almost like a compass tugging me in a certain direction. Are you feeling something similar?
Yesterday, after, the fight, I stepped out to have a little look around, because I could feel the last time he'd showed up, there was a tugging in the direction that he was in. from the rib.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd see if I could try and triangulate that at all, see if I could see if he was anywhere in the same city by walking around a bit and seeing if I got a sense of the direction changing much. No.
You're not feeling anything
I know
right
what
now.
you mean, basically, is
Oh.
what I mean to say.
Okay. So, are you feeling that right now? Because I am.
Quick DM notes. You have been feeling it ever since you stepped outside of the trick door.
I have been. A little while now.
Bald's gonna turn and look over at Charms like, okay, that's two of us.
Actually, since you two know where, well, at least can feel the direction, with some math, I could figure out where he is.
With some meth.
Math.
I know. I'm being a little shit. Mullen will kind of like raise an eyebrow, a bit confused as to what he means.
It's called triangulation.
You've both
I
said
just
that
say
word
that.
multiple times now, and I have no idea what it means.
So,
By
do you want to take it, Charms, or shall I?
I can
Because I
grab
can
it.
take it. Okay, yeah, cool, easy.
By knowing where you two are in relativity to each other, if you stand with enough distance between you two, and you point towards the third point, while calculating the angle that you're pointing, you can map out where the third point would be.
Yeah. If you have 2 points of reference or more, and you know where a third thing is from each of those 2 points, you can use that to figure out where those two directions intersect, and you know where that third thing is then. By walking around, I was hoping to get an idea of what direction he was in and how close he was. What direction would I have felt makeshift if I knew compass directions? Is there a particular one that I should know, or am I just free to say whatever direction? East, west, wherever.
Oh, makeshift's muted right now. Fuck.
No, he's gone. Okay, cool.
Whoopsie. I was the only thing I said was I will say so. As you're saying this, Thavier from the other side of the counter just goes, "If it would help you out, I do have a map of the city here," and he walks over to like some like lower down drawer and like fiddles with it, and is like, "Ah, yeah, here it is," and he unravels this like scroll that's kind of lengthwise and has a good amount of detail. But he points to it and says, "Right here is my shop. Can you just point in the direction that you're thinking of?"
I have a compass, so I just get it. I'm just gonna get it out and go. Like, I think it was east. I felt the tug from.
Yeah, we can just say it was east. Yeah. And you point in from the position of the cafe. You kind of like point your hand eastward from there.
Yeah, that's the same direction I'm feeling it too.
Okay.
All right.
But
Do you
the
have
idea
any other
that I-
points of reference?
Because was it a map through the city? That he
Yeah,
showed us?
he's showing you a map of the city, and he's pointing at where his cafe is. And Mullen and Charms, you can see kind of the path you took to the shady parts of town. It travels more so north than east. So it could be a good point of reference.
Did it change what direction it was feeling like it was relative to you and the compass when you were walking around? Because I didn't experience much change.
It didn't change
did.
direction, only I did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you do recall that the point stayed still, but
It was me
you
who was
can recall.
moving. Yeah.
You could make a investigation check to determine an accurate direction that the feeling was pointing towards.
Sure thing, buddy old pal in bebitigation. That's +4. What did I do to that? 15.
I've got the pattern that Pepper went in mind as well. So like, it's just sort of confirm it. She's just checking to see what Malin found before she says
Nice. And as you're looking at the map, you recognize a relatively large building that you had passed, and you remember that as you passed the building, the sensation was pointing like right at the corner of it, and it lined up pretty well. Like the building was sort of like an arrow pointing at you, and you pointed back at it. So you're able to determine from about like 15 minutes into your walking the
Mhm.
building where you were standing at and the direction the feeling was pointing to.
Well, if I say this, it stays between us, yes? And she looks at both Pepper and Thavier.
Trust me, I think that we've passed the point of not being secretive about these things.
Bless you, I'm worried about. And she looks at Thavier, and she's... You know the look people give when they're looking over their glasses, but without glasses? That's what she's doing.
Yeah? He says, "Don't worry, I've kept plenty of secrets for Henrik before. Let me guess. Killed somebody."
I don't like how you're all so spot on with that. We were over here, and she'll point, like, at the direction where they were. We were over here, and when I was standing there, the tugging feeling, and she, like, looks at the map for a bit, tries to, like, figure out where, like, how she was standing. And it was tugging this way, and she'll point, like, she'll just draw a line across the map, like, with her finger, not with anything else. And she'll just draw a line, like, pointing across the map, just in the same angle where she felt the tugging.
You do that, and as you do that, you notice that based on where the previous line was, like the previous direction, it vaguely points towards what looks to be an old amphitheater, nearer to the edge of the town, or to the edge of Pleodorus.
Instinct tells me it might be over here, and she points at the amphitheater. But you said you could use math, and I would prefer to have something a little more concrete than the feelings of a reindeer.
Well, let me put it this way. I went east, right? So I went down this main street here, found a large intersection where I could walk plenty of distance north and south, and I did. I walked as far as I could each way to sort of see if the angle of it changed. So don't worry. I took what we were feeling before, and I tried to use it to see if I could track him down anyway. Now, if we're saying, like, above table now, are we saying that he's in the city makeshift?
Yes, you can tell pretty clearly he has not gone particularly far. If he was walking all night, he would be much further away, but you can tell he's stopped nearby.
If this morning you found that that direction was still changing relative to where you were, like, walking and facing and stuff like that, relative to the compass, if it was focused on you, then he is still in the city. He seemed like he was yesterday, but I didn't exactly want to pursue him.
Why would he stay in the city?
Probably, if I had to guess, to keep us within an arm's reach.
He did say something about wanting to kill immortal beings. Would he go out
to keep us in arm's reach, or to keep himself in reach of us? Maybe he thinks that we're gonna start something, or he thinks that we'll need to clean up his messes.
What were you thinking, Jones?
Perhaps he simply does. Perhaps he isn't as immortal as he makes himself out to be.
Probably.
What was it? When you're at your weakest, portray yourself as your strongest. When you're at your strongest, portray yourself as the weakest.
Or maybe he's just a fan of the arts. That amphitheater hasn't been used in a while, but I don't know. Weird place to stop.
If my instinct is even correct, he could just be hiding out that direction.
He's a powerful enough being that I'd believe him capable of such melodrama. I mean, a shockingly powerful creature or entity living in the back rooms of an old, decrepit or in use theater, guiding things from the shadows. If that isn't a stereotype, I don't know what is. But it's also far too tempting for someone with a sense for drama.
He did seem
Well,
very dramatic.
You make a good point, but that's not a theater. It's, well, maybe at
It's
some
an
point it had a
amphitheater.
cover. It's outdoors is the thing. I've seen it once or twice, but hardly ever gets used. Sometimes
You
people
would
use it for.
You would be, I think, pleasantly surprised. Amphitheaters can have all sorts of hidden shit going on with them. Little back rooms, trapdoors, that sort of such. Even the most basic outdoor area will, people will be able to do some sort of trick with it. I wouldn't be shocked if he found a way underneath or into some sort of stands complex, what have you. I mean, he's powerful enough with literal magic that he wouldn't even need to do something practical.
Arguments aside, what do we do? Do we go after him? Risk our lives again?
The other option is to run.
I don't like that option.
So either we can do our best to finish this thing at some point, or we keep running from it for the rest of our lives. Weirdly enough, I know which one would be less stressful.
I'm not sure how our time frame fits. If we're able to keep him at arm's distance for a while, we could have a chance of getting stronger, but
I don't think that's our choice.
no, I don't think so either. Which means our best bet is to try to ambush him, but
Forgive me for being a naive old woman, but any hope in talking to him? Maybe you, Pepper?
I would prefer to. I've tried enough before that it's not like there's not a precedent to it.
Maybe trying to
He
convince
seems to
him
at
that we
least
can
find it
use it and
amusing.
give it to him would work.
Hmm.
We use it, we give it to him, and then I don't know, he doesn't kill us.
There's a part of me that does want to do that. It's a very big part of me. There's another part of me that doesn't want him to think that we're trying to trick him if we ever have to negotiate with him in future. If I go to talk to him,
You're not
thinking
going
I might have to
alone.
go alone.
No. You're not going alone. It's a good way to get you killed.
we have the issue though of what could we ever possibly offer?
A lot, actually.
What, such as?
Well, I don't know, but he's demonstrated he doesn't need to keep us alive, or he's perfectly capable of not keeping us alive. Yet, here we are. Do you really think that he's let us be, relatively speaking, for this long with no reason? I think he might actually need us, to some degree.
And as you say that, Streaky, is Little John awake right now?
Just-
I mean,
Just say yes.
with the commotion, with the commotion going on, he is like, they're gonna wake up.
If I'd say he's woken up at this point. If this would probably be a time where he'd make his way downstairs if he's hungry. But
Mhm.
if you think he would just stay in his room, then you can have that happen. But
Nah, Little John comes down because the commotion going on, and you see trailing down the stairs. It's like, morning, everybody. What are you doing out here?
Having difficult conversations, my friend.
Oh,
We know the location of our stalker. And it's theorized he might actually need us for something. So we might have a conversation with them.
Do you not remember the last time we had tried to have a conversation with him?
Well, now we know.
I mean, probably you don't because you weren't there. But I remember.
But now we know.
Above table, off. Pepper wasn't there when the conversation about Little John's mind wipes happening was had.
Oh, yeah.
We know now that he is incredibly powerful and could easily rip us in half if he wanted to. That's an advantage. We know not to run into a fight we can't win. But maybe... Again, forgive me for being naive, but maybe talking to him could do something. Maybe convince him that once we're done with it, he can have it, or something. I don't know, but I need that bone. I don't know how much either of you need it either, but I need it. I think Henrik does too.
My only response there, Malin, is do you think now we're in a situation where he's not going to try and pull your head apart again if
Yes.
you approach him?
I do.
Then,
He wanted the
then
bone.
Let's do it.
If that bone does what Henrik said it did, masks the magic and the weave and the things like that, I think he went for my horn. Specifically because that's where my bone is. It's right here, and she taps the center, not the center, the spot underneath her antler where she fused the bone. It's right here. Yeah, the root. If he saw that, he probably thought that was what he was looking for. He didn't know that I had it in my pocket, or else he probably would have just gone for it. If we go...
That sounds like...
We can talk to him. Just... I don't know, we go, we hold our hands up, tell him, I don't know, we come in peace or something like that, and then... We'll see what happens.
Something tells me he'd know if we didn't. I don't think he's too worried about us not coming in peace.
Right.
You're right. Let's
We need
try
Hendrik.
and talk to him.
If we wake Hendrik, we can eat and go quickly. Get this over with.
I'll fetch him.
Okay.
Thank you, Shams.
Shams will go upstairs and fetch Henrik, and he'll fill him in on what we've been having a conversation about, so we can immediately join it when we get back downstairs.
You do that, fetching Henrik, catching him up to speed, and do you want me to just time skip and say you all eat a nice quiche?
Yes.
Quiche.
You
Let's
totally
do
don't
it.
want us to roleplay eating the quiche.
Please, God,
I
no.
want to hear every chewing noise.
Please, God, no. Please, please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no.
Gotta turn
Only
on
do
the
that?
game.
For our lovely YouTube audience.
No.
ASMR, baby.
Gotta turn on
No.
the bitch to hear every smack.
Oh,
No.
no, she quit that.
Oh my god. So you go get him, you eat your breakfast, and you all set out. I assume you're all just heading towards the location you think he's at, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mullen will pull Pepper to the front so they can both kind of lead and keep each other in check of where the direction is.
Gotcha.
I'll have with the help of Archimedes to make sure that we don't run into any guards, because
Yes, please. Every time we see a guard, Mullen will just kind of lower her head just a bit.
It's now about 6 a.m. and the sun's just starting to come up, and all the morning dew is steaming away. It's nice and relaxing looking.
Actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Can I make a disguise kit check to make a disguise to obfuscate Malin's features. So,
Sure.
yes, they are a satyr, but not the satyr you're looking for.
This is not the satyr you were looking for.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, go for it.
Intelligence, wisdom, charisma, intelligence, please.
Yes, intelligence, I'd say.
Okay, and a quick sip from guidance use.
Oh god.
That's unfortunate.
See,
Oh
this is
my
what happens
God.
when I don't steal the rolls. 9.
Apparently Alexander
This is
just
the
steals all the
satyr
good
you're
rolls.
looking for.
You kind of like. How do you try and use the disguise kit? I should say.
Oh my god.
The mustache
Like-
monocle.
Like, probably some, like, God. He'd
Do you
probably
try and-
alter a wig.
Oh my
To, like,
God.
to make it, like, really, really long.
Try and give
So
them
instead-
some hair extensions, I guess.
Well, he's gonna try to change her hair color as much as he can. So instead of it being white, it's
Uh,
now like salt and pepper.
You know I can just use prestidigitation, right?
He looks at his very quickly made thing and then looks at her. No, I was not aware of this.
And as she's looking at him, she's going to cast prestidigitation and turn her hair black.
You do that.
Now look what you did. You made the old woman goth.
Oh
You made-
no.
Just walking into the amphitheater like, you made her so sad she's an emo now, okay? She started writing
no.
poetry.
No.
Oh no. Big titty mommy GF has turned into
I've-
a big titty goth mommy GF.
I am the big titty goth mommy GF.
What are
Oh,
we gonna
God.
do?
GF stands for gluten free.
Yes.
Okay.
Gluten free goth. Okay,
Well,
let's stop.
it's like you meet the cool gays, you meet the goths, you meet the emos. Like all the cool ones have got some sort of stomach problem. They either can't eat gluten or they can't eat lactose.
I
hate
hate
you
it.
say that,
Stop
but it's also
calling me
so
out.
true.
No,
Anywho, yeah, Mullen will just turn her hair black, kind of give him a slight smile, and it's just like, thank you for the attempt.
I am not the best at impromptu plans. As you can notice.
It's a good thing I am.
Cover each other's weaknesses.
Indeed. I think we need to turn down this road.
sorry. Do you have the map or do I? No, you're right. Sorry. Actually, my
I
apologies.
am the creature that spent most of her life in the woods. I do not need maps. Exactly.
Spent most of my
Okay.
life in all sorts of places, but yeah, you're right. You've got some experience on me.
Mm-hmm. And Mullen will continue to lead everyone in the direction.
What if Pepper is
Pepper
just
cells.
really bad at navigating like spaces that aren't non-Euclidean?
I don't want to have to remember what that word means. Can we please just keep going?
Sure. So I'll tell you later. It's
I'll tell you
So-
when you're older.
as you're walking. Oh my god! As you're walking, you're making up a good pace, and Lil Jon, Pepper, and Mullen, you can all feel this sensation of like something in the direction that you're heading is kind of bubbling, sizzling, healing. As you get closer to it, it almost seems like it's getting louder, but it's not a sound, it's just a feeling. It's a strange sensation. But Lil Jon,
Mhm.
Henrik gives you like a nudge and starts talking to you. And he
Mhm.
goes, Lil Jon, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Well, it's just that you've had 2 instances of modify memory cast on you. This might be a dumb question, but do you have any idea what the memories might be?
I don't seem to remember.
Like,
No clue.
it could be something as simple as uh, having somebody's name modified or the way you write something modified, but modify memory can change a lot about a person's past depending on how it's cast and what's being changed. Is there nothing that seems particularly odd?
Hmm. Well. Not really. I mean, I never met my father, but not really. I thought that was just a normal thing everyone does.
I, well, I guess I'm not exactly the best example, but no, most people do know their father. Is there anything from your past that would suggest your mother didn't want to speak about them? I assume you have a mother.
Yeah, I do got my mama. I mean, she raised me, but we don't usually talk about it. I mean, she just told me he went off to go somewhere, but nothing really was brought up much of the matter. Just me and her on the phone.
And sorry if this question makes you uncomfortable, but your mother, uh, she was half orc like yourself, right?
No, she was pretty human. I'm assuming because she's human, and I'm assuming my daddy was an orc, so I thought that kind of connection.
Oh well, he could have been an orc. He also could have been the half orc. It's the genetics are a little strange. I know somebody else who knows it better than I do, but they could have been a half orc. They could have been a full orc. But
Possibly, but I won't know.
yeah, and
Are we gonna have to explain? Are you gonna like try and explain Punnett squares to him?
Oh, do not
Tease
try
him.
to explain Punnett squares to this man.
Please don't explain it to me either. Just keep going.
And Henrik, he seems a little uncomfortable and concerned during the conversation, but he just kind of trails off and continues walking normally. To give a quick summary, though, I'm pretty sure in official lore, half orcs, any children that they have are, regardless of how they look, are their stat block is a half orc. They just get the same buffs regardless of what they actually like physically look like. I
Okay.
think.
It's generally a dominant gene. Is sort of the assumption of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, so that conversation occurred, and he just kind of drops the subject. Does anybody else want to get any conversations out of the way before you go confront this dude again?
I want one
I'm gonna-
thing, and it's very short.
Yeah.
At some point when they're walking, Mullen's gonna lean over to Pepper.
Mhm.
She's gonna gently tap her on the shoulder.
I wanted to talk to you as well.
Oh.
You okay?
I just wanted to make sure you still have the letter I gave you.
I do.
Good.
She actually pats on the okay where it is.
Thank you. You wanted to talk to me about something?
Just wanted to say I don't know what happened, whatever you were doing this morning, and I don't need to. I just hope that you guys are okay. Let me know if there's anything that I need to know about, though. Okay? Some things, unpleasant as they may be, may affect the rest of us too.
No, you're right. Essentially, without going into too much detail, I had to... I don't know how to say it in common. Reapply my pact, if you understand what I'm saying.
I get you.
It didn't go the way it usually does. Not only was I seen, but... How much do you know about the God of Fate?
Oh. Okay. I see.
Usually when it happens, I feel Moros's, God, his name's hard to say in this language. I usually just feel Moros's approval and reinstatement of the pact. This time he pulled me into, I don't know, some other plane, and I met the God of Fate. And he said that by killing the person I did this morning, I have changed a lot. And I don't know exactly what I've changed. And she's trying to keep her voice low throughout this conversation so she doesn't, spill the beans to any wayward ears.
I guess the obvious thing is, was there something big different this time? Not just the person you killed or when it happened in their lifespan, but anything else? Anything in this place they were in, or what have you?
There was a child that saw me. I don't know who the child was. I'm hoping it wasn't related to my victim, but I think I've just changed that child's life for the worst, but unfortunately I do not think that adjusting the fate of a child is warrant enough for the actual God of Fate to come and speak to me. When I tried to ask him how fucked that I was, he would not answer.
Evidently that child's gonna have some sort of strong will about them. It's a shame that this is the way it's gonna be used.
I just hope that they
By the
have a
way.
decent life.
If they come for you later, and whatever happens, we'll figure it out.
If they come for me later, I will deserve it. But as for now, we have bigger fish to... Is it fry? Yes, bigger fish to fry.
Yes. We've got to get there first.
Exactly. Alright, that's all I wanted to do.
Nice. Anything else before you guys arrive at the next spot?
I would like to do something when we arrive.
Gotcha. As you're making your way there, you still see like the steam rising up from all the various stonework here and there, but the buildings are becoming a bit more sparse and small. And you can see not too far off beyond the point you're going to. It's more so just like grassy fields beyond this point. But the stonework still extends to just one last chunk of like this nice, white marble colored stone. And up ahead of you, you can see a figure standing kind of at this like the land kind of rises up a little ways, like a bit further ahead of them. But they're standing pretty far away from where the land rises up, and you can feel yourselves getting much closer to your destination. The figure, though, this one does not look at all like the person you're looking for. It seems like from this distance of about like 200 feet, 75 meters. I don't know how to translate 200 feet into meters. They seem to have like braided golden hair, and across their back there's there's like this flowing motion on their back from the wind. The fog makes it a little hard to see the figure, but they have their back turned to you and they seem to be holding something that might be like a sword, maybe.
Are we
kinda-
do we feel anything in the tugging?
You do. It feels like it's coming just beyond where they're standing, but they're facing the direction that you're going to be going. You can give
Okay.
me a perception check. It's a difficult one from this distance.
Yes, please.
If you want to. Word.
I'll try.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
A 5 don't do shit. Never mind.
Perception.
I wish to see everything forever, please. Perception.
Little
Damn.
John ain't no shit.
Damn, that's a nice
11.
looking wall.
All
That's some
right.
nice looking wall we got there.
Steal the rolls.
Oh, this place is
13.
13?
Great.
13. How is
13?
mine the highest?
Yes.
Yeah, all you
Admiring
just
the
see,
nature, eh?
you just see some humanoid with long golden hair with like braids in it. Like you can kind of tell based on the shape, it seems braided.
What?
Okay.
Yet another
Um,
appearance of Anya Taylor-Joy.
I am. I assume there's no structure ahead of us where the pull is coming from, but instead it's going down.
It seems, yeah, it does seem a little downward. Like it's probably that like what's in front of that person, something just beyond that little slope in front of them is probably what you're looking for.
I'm gonna have Archimedes just fly up into the air and confirm. Like 60 feet up, spot beyond the hill.
You do that, and it seems like there's a shaded part in the ground that seems like a divot that looks to be the amphitheater.
Hmm. Baller. Well, someone else is also here for who we're looking for.
Any way to
Braided
avoid
golden
them?
hair. No.
Then we walk by like nothing happens, and if he decides to start something, we finish it.
Sounds good to me.
So Malin's gonna attempt to walk by. Are you guys gonna you gonna follow me? Or you gonna do something else?
Yeah, we're gonna follow.
He's right by your side.
Okay, let's
We'd be doing the tiptoeing.
hell yeah.
You continue walking forward. Your steps are very clear. Like it, this person would not be surprised to turn around and see people behind them.
Okay, good.
As you get closer, once you're about 20 feet away, it becomes obvious to all of you who's actually standing there because you recognize just based on the height that that's probably Laverton who has their back turned to you.
Oh,
Hmm.
so this is
we
where she.
cannot recognize a human child for the life of us.
Oh, so this is where she's been.
A child.
No.
And as you as you say that, she looks over her shoulder to glance at all of you, and once she sees who it is, she like turns her body halfway to like face you, and she points the thing that she's holding in her hand over towards the structure in front of her. It looks like she's holding something made out of like blue tree sap. It has like an amber texture to it, but it's blue colored.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of points at like a big arrow.
I assume you're also here for the same reason we are.
She nods.
I hope that's going to help us, whatever that is.
Is
She nods again.
Can I? Actually, I'm gonna just check something real quick in my character. Hang on. But never mind.
So we going in? We going in, folks?
I think so.
I'm gonna have Archimedes scout ahead. I'm going to give them guidance and have them stealth fly in and locate who we're looking for.
You have Archimedes fly up, and you can see the amphitheater is a bit shaded just from the sunlight not peeking up into it yet. But you see down near the base, front row seats, there's a person sitting down there, and it seems like there's a bit of steam coming off of them.
Front row seat, one person. The steam coming off of them. the one we're looking for.
Let's end this.
Must be-
Get
They sound a little
somehow.
frustrated.
Sounds a lot frustrated.
Absolutely steaming.
Oh my god.
Absolutely fuming.
Are you two making puns?
Hey, these might be my last words. Don't tell me what I can do to them.
Charm loads the gun with malicious intent.
If we approach with weapons, he's going to take that as a threat. Let's just approach
No.
calmly.
It's
We're
just
here for
loaded.
negotiation.
Mm,
And he's gonna holster it.
fair enough.
I'm gonna have as we approach, Archimedes is gonna do circles and keep a lookout for people.
You do that with your bird.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, sorry.
Archimedes is
assume-
full of John.
So it was me and Pepper in the front. Charms, I think, was next to Mullen. Little John, you want to be next to Pepper or like behind her? Like where you want to be?
Yeah, I can be next to Peppa.
Okay, cool. So we're all walking up in a line like a really cool action hero team. Let's go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Cool guys don't
As
look
you
intelligence.
as you all pass beyond Laverton and walk up to the cusp of this amphitheater, you look down into it like a little crater on the moon. You see the shadow cast by the divot in the ground, and you see a figure sitting in the front row seat calmly. They got their hands in front of them. They seem like they're thinking about something. You see lots of little strands coming off their body that seem like they're like blown in the wind. It's kind of hard to tell from this distance, but it almost looks like long hairs sticking out of them. And yeah, a good amount of steam just kind of sizzling away from the top of their head and the various spots you remember stabbing them.
Mm.
So is anybody going to say anything or should I start this?
I am very tempted to say something, but it would be counterproductive.
I
Let's
don't
maybe
think
start
what I
with
have to.
Malin.
I don't think what I have to say is going to be a good idea.
Fine.
I think let's start with Malin.
She'll step forward a bit and she'll whistle at him. Like not a cat call, but a whistle to
Hey
get
there,
somebody's
sis.
attention. Like you'd whistle to sheep or something like that.
You do that. Give me a perception check. Everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
Oh,
fucking
boy.
Christ.
I can't wait for another that one.
19.
8.
Oh Jesus!
witness me.
Oh,
I got
Everybody,
that one.
everybody above a 10. Well, everybody notices that his head turns a little bit to look over his shoulder, but it's only really like to point his ear back at all of you.
Mm.
But everybody who rolled above a 10, you notice on the theater that's in front of him, there's some faint, eerie looking dark dancing lights that are kind of swirling around on the theater in front of him.
Archimedes
And-
notices.
Let me see here. Briar
Bird.
rolled a 19. Archimedes got a 20?
I
21.
got a 22.
Or
22. Oh. From Archimedes' aerial perspective, do you immediately know what Archimedes understands?
So it's more like it's just a literal thing that they like. I see window. It has this color. It's this. Is this? And then Charms interprets the information and translates it.
But does Charms immediately hear it in his head?
It sort of is like
Gotcha.
someone taps him on the shoulder and then says, "Hey."
You can hear Archimedes in your head, or you can understand Archimedes' feelings. And they say they can see a waltz or a dance. Like they recognize the pattern among the lights isn't just random floating. They can see a dancing movement to them.
He is gonna whisper that information to Malin.
She'll just nod her head once before focusing her eyes back on this fucking guy. I would appreciate if you don't attack us. I just want to talk to you. Death follower to death follower.
He lifts up one of his hands and just kind of gives a lazy come here motion without turning around.
Mullen will look at Charms, kind of gesture her head to the gun to be like, just be ready, just in case. And she'll start approaching. And she won't get within a meter of him, but she'll go till there's a meter between them and then stop. She doesn't want him reaching out and grabbing her again.
You do that. Do you like approach him from like the front? Like you walk all the way down the stairs and then walk towards his front?
Not. I'll go to his side, not his front. I'll keep him a meter basically between me and his arm, essentially, on whatever side.
Everyone who approaches him, you can see lots of tattoos patterned onto his body. Little John, give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Wait. Hey.
Hell yeah.
Hell
The patterns
yeah.
on his body, they kind of remind you of details on your axe for some reason. Like they seem a little like vaguely Celtic, I guess. Like above table, they look a little vaguely Celtic, but in character, they do seem a bit like markings on your personal axe. Not like super accurately, but a little close. Like same genre, you know?
Interesting. John would be like kind of curious, like, okay, but I don't think he will understand the connection. Like, okay, runes, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're approaching Mullen, you're approaching the sorcerer in front of you.
Yeah, I am. I'll take note of the tattoos, but I won't think really anything of them.
Charms is gonna stay 30 feet within them.
He keeps his gaze on the stage in front of him. It seems like he's a bit mildly transfixed by the lights on the stage.
She'll look at the lights on the stage, then look towards him. Feeling nostalgic, are we?
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you intend to make me stand here until it's over?
You can take a seat if you'd like.
I'm not sitting near you.
Yeah, I figured.
Look, I get you want the bone. We all do. But maybe we can work something out. You let us have it, we figure out what to do with it. Hell, you could stalk us around like you have been. And when we're done, we give it back to you.
When you're done, you give it back to me.
I am a fae, I cannot lie.
And how about I grant you 5 wishes? And then when you're done with those, you can give them back to me.
That would be intensely helpful.
Agreed. Would be intensely helpful. But you don't seem like the wish-granting type.
Sorry, I didn't mean for that to be audible. My apologies.
Oh no, that's fine. It would make sense in character anyway.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like she's like,
in character, she said, "I didn't mean for that to be audible."
Didn't mean to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't me being above the table with that comment.
Gotcha.
That was me just sort of like saying it under her breath.
But you don't seem like the wish-granting type.
No, I'm not. He points up towards the stage. I remember being up on that stage a long time ago. Long, long, long time ago.
You did not have to rub in your life to me.
Believe me, when you get old enough, it stops being fun. It just starts getting tiresome.
Again, I am Faye. I have seen many people live much longer lives than any of those behind me will. I know.
And those long lives, those such ancient beings. I think I know better than anybody. That's a problem.
Oh god, he's
That's a problem that
monologuing.
shouldn't be happening. What? I'm at the theater.
Yes, and you're wildly
Nostalgic.
dramatic. I don't have time for dramatics. There are people that rely on me. That bone is a way to keep her relying on me. I need it. I will not fight you for it. You are clearly the better fighter. I am asking for whatever shred of humanity lives inside of you. If there's any left.
Oh, funny you mention that. See, the line between me and, well, this guy is getting a little blurry.
This
And
guy?
he, points at his own torso, like at the wounds. Well, when I've got to heal up the problem areas, things get a little blurry. So, yeah, these are his memories. One of my descendants.
This isn't your body. And she'll kind of like turn and slightly look over at Charms like, what the fuck?
He sort of shrugs.
And he goes, no. This isn't even what I look like entirely, though similar.
You are inhabiting the body of one of your descendants. Am I right?
In a way, yes. Yeah.
Wait. Can I roll like history or arcana to see if this sounds familiar to how certain powerful dragons work?
Sure.
Which one?
Give me. Actually, give me either one you want. I'll change my response based on what you roll.
Balls to the walls. It pays off.
Let's go.
21 history.
Nice.
21.
The lower modifier pays off.
You do know, and you're thinking specifically about dragons.
Mhm.
You do know that there are a few dragons closely associated with the magic from liches, which are able to do something similar to this. In fact, there's some horde dragons which have been known to have a similar ability, but this doesn't seem like it's draconic in origin.
He'll pipe up. So, you're a form of lich then?
And a big grin comes on his face. And he looks up at you. Yeah. I am.
Interesting choice for immortality.
And he, with maintaining that smile, he like props himself up and stands kind of slowly, like his back's kind of creaking. Feels like he's tired, or looks like he's tired. Choice. Oh, funny thing about choices. You know, let's say there was a weapon which was better than any other. Maybe spears. It did the job of every other weapon better than them. They were cheap to make. They were by far the most effective weapon you could use in combat. Well, wouldn't you pick it? Wouldn't you use that to defend your life?
Not without
Sometimes.
considering the consequences.
Yeah, well, sometimes choices make themselves.
Isn't that the truth?
I guess I can understand. Choices making themselves. Does that mean you've made up your mind?
I guess it has. It does mean I've made up my mind. Question is, have all of you?
I have.
Mullen's gonna kind of turn and look back towards, like, wherever Laverton was.
You don't see Laverton.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're probably just behind the crest of the hill right now.
Mm-hmm. And she'll...
But
Oh.
you do notice somebody else has appeared.
Oh, shit.
There's somebody standing at the top of the hill.
Can Archimedes tell who it is?
Yeah, he should be able to.
Oh, Archimedes is still flying around?
Yes.
Yes.
His mission is to look out for people approaching.
Then you also spot this man as he was approaching from probably about like 60 feet away from the amphitheater. And as you notice them, you recognize it's the human form of Alderic, standing at the top of the amphitheater, who has likely followed you here.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. So, just because all names, and I'm bad at names. This is from the Azure Moon Academy, yes?
Nope,
That's Aldestrel.
Okay.
This is the leader of Pleodorus, the one who met you at the cafe.
the one at the
Okay,
cafe.
I'll do it. Yeah, okay.
The cat.
The golden boy. The one that you looked at him and, like, detect magic and went, oh, shit, I gotta do that.
Yeah. Because, sorry, I'm a bit lost because I think I had the biggest aha moment of my life. Which is, if he's a lich, what does he use to fuel his phylactery with, if not the bones?
Mm-hmm.
And as you turn and see him at the top of the hill, you hear the sorcerer behind you, or I should just say the lich now since you figured it out. He reaches out his arms, you hear a creaking, and from all the injuries on his body, you see these white protrusions looking like bones start to poke out like mushrooms.
God.
And creeping across his whole body. He stretches them out to both sides in like a Jesus pose and goes,
Oh, God.
So, Alderic, you want me to tell them?
He's gonna...
Or do you want to do it?
What?
He's gonna warn Alderic with, he's a lich!
and from high up above you, you hear Alderic say, I know. And I think I'm going to end the session there.
Ah! Fuck.
Bitch ass move.
Bitch
We've been going for
ass.
3.5 hours.
I know.
True.
Hell yeah.
Still good, though.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, boy. I know. What do you know, Alderic? Tell us your secrets, you fucking dragon. Oh.
After the wizard's tree.
Oh, my God.
Indeed.
What do you know? What do you have
He's a
to...
lich.
Does he have something to do with
knows.
this?
Yes, he does. He knows he's a lich.
Oh no.
I guess
Okay.
you'll find out next week. Actually,
Next
let me look at
week.
the schedule and make sure it is.
Please,
next
God, don't go on vacation
Please
again.
God.
week.
I forgot
Goes
so
on
much of the
vacation for a
context of
month.
the situation we were in, just because of like how long it's been. Not gonna lie to you.
It is next week.
Next week, yay! So we will be back next week with more Ghostlight Theatre. I'm very fucking excited. We are also still on for Tuesday with the Reclamation, which myself and Angels are also a part of. Yeah, let's go. Lorthar be upon ye. But we will be back next week with some more Ghostlight Theatre. And oh boy, I have a feeling this is gonna be good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. That was great. Okay, well, with that, we will say our good nights. Good night to you, good evening, good morning, whatever the fuck is going on. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
I didn't get to do an intro bit. Can I do a goodbye bit?
Sure, do a goodbye bit. Do a goodbye bit, Socks.
Ladies, gentlemen, people of the jury, I must pitch to you before we go for for this lovely evening or day, whatever the hell it is. Time's fake, so is gender. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
Look after yourselves. Look after one another. Show yourselves some love on this beautiful, lovely weekend that we've got to us. You take care of yourselves this week, because if you fucking don't, I will do a makeshift at you. I will appear in your house. I will do some intimidating shit, and then I will fuck off, and you will wonder where all your good mugs have gone. Okay?
No, not my good mugs.
Look after yourselves. Look after yourselves. That's right. I know our audience, and it's people who have a mug that they consider their good mug.
I have multiple good mugs. Don't take them.
Exactly.
Don't take my pig.
So you'll look after yourselves, treat yourselves with kindness, treat each other with kindness, and we'll see you next time.
We will indeed.
Oh, also I do also have the GoFundMe, but like you can just share that. That's all you need to do for that. Please. Yeah. Please just be kind to yourselves.
All right, and with that we do say good night. Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. All right.